It's not 100% what everybody wants, but when you look, the country is going to be stronger.
No one got everything they want, but that's the responsibility of governing.
After weeks of negotiations, the House has passed the debt ceiling deal forged by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and President Biden. Here's what just happened and what we learned from it. The deal was put together in the last few weeks after the White House backed off its initial posture, which was that there would be no negotiating and that the only bill that it would accept was a clean debt ceiling bill. In the end, what we got were modest spending cuts, a spending freeze, really, and some smaller items on permitting reform, as well as food stamps and other measures that Republicans had sought as part of the deal. President Biden, in agreeing to deal with Republicans, was willing to give somewhat on his priorities. At the same time, it was clear that President Biden was worried about a potential default, what kind of impact that could have on both the country and his looming re-election bid in 2024. And he's always come at these debates from the position of a deal maker.
This is a step in the right direction that no one thought we would be at today.
Perhaps the one figure who was in the toughest spot when this whole process started was House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. He was able to deal with his right flank and also get something done that had to pass, or there would be catastrophic consequences for the economy. And he was able to do it in a very narrowly divided House in a way that we didn't necessarily know was going to be possible even 4 or 5 months ago. And in the process, he seems to have done himself well when it comes to holding on to the speakership. One of the other things that we learned is that we are going to probably see more things like this in the future. The downside for Democrats in negotiating over the debt ceiling was that it sets a precedent, or rather expands upon the precedent of using this to secure concessions from the other side.
I think it would cause more controversy getting rid of the debt limit, although I am exploring the idea that we would, at a later date, a year or two from now, decide whether or not the 14th Amendment, how that actually would impact on whether or not you need to do the debt limit every year. But that's another day.